So proud of her. My purpose tonight as the general evaluator was to pay attention to everything that was happening before the meeting began and during the meeting, with the intention of giving my feedback on how I thought the meeting went. First of all, I got the flyer a few days ago, which is good. And I liked the design, very simple, happiness equation. I immediately felt happy when I saw that flyer. Simple, straight to the point, brand compliant, well done, colorful. Then I received the agenda, I think 2 days ago. Very informative. I'm impressed with the agenda. There's all the information that we need. I will talk about that as we go along. Because tonight we had 4 speakers. I'm going to start with evaluation before anything else. Why? Because the main purpose of an evaluator is to evaluate the evaluators. So I'm going to go straight to the evaluation, and then I will talk about the other things later. Our first evaluator was Toastmaster Elizalde Baron. He evaluated our first speaker, Toastmaster Ria Gabia, who attempted from the presentation mastery path project 2, writing a speech with a purpose, level 1, and the title of her speech was Comparison is the Thief of Joy. Toastmaster Elizalde, the questions that I'm going to be asking for all the evaluators, because that is the format with which we evaluate in Toastmasters. So my first question when I was looking at you was, were the strengths pointed out backed by specific examples? Absolutely, there were many strengths that you pointed out about the speaker. You loved her message, her take-home message of saying life is not a competition because you're only competing with yourself. Well pointed out and illustrated. You liked her vocabulary. You said she spoke very clearly. My next question was, were the recommendations provided backed by specific demonstration of how and where they could have done it better? I noticed there were no recommendations that you gave. I will give an example. Toastmaster Ria Gabia, I noticed that when she was speaking, she paced a lot, pacing. She was pacing. Pacing can be distracting to the audience. Normally, we should just speak when we should just move with a purpose. That could be a recommendation that you could possibly have illustrated to her. Then, did the evaluator speak within the allocated time? Yes, you spoke for 3 minutes, 8 seconds, that is good. And usually, we end our evaluation by mentioning whether the speech objectives were met or not. Because remember, even before the speaker starts speaking, the evaluator actually is asked to read out the project objectives. Otherwise, well done, and continue on your journey. Let's give him a round of applause. The second evaluator was Toastmaster Gaia Domido. She evaluated the second speaker, Toastmaster Irene Tud, who attempted from the Motivational Strategies Path Level 1 Project 3, Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language, and the title of her speech was How I Reach My Goal. Same questions, Were the strengths pointed out backed by specific examples? Yes. You loved the structure of her content and the quality of her voice. And I like the way you are interacting with you were interacting with the audience. Do you agree? And you also liked her eye contact. So the strengths were mentioned. Were the recommendations provided backed by specific demonstration of how and where they could have done it better? Yes. You referred back to the goal of the speech. You said the goal was vocal variety and body language. Very good. And you said the tone of voice, she could possibly match it with the message. I thought that was very well spotted and recommended. And you recommended the way to use the stage. Well done. I was also asking, were the recommendations practical, helpful, and did they add value to the speech? Yes, to all the three. Was an overall and adequate summary given? Yes. Yeah, I actually said excellent. You did this very well. Did the evaluator speak within the allocated time? Yes. You took 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Well done. Extra comments. You did mention specifically that she met the project objectives. So well done. Toastmaster Edu Matai, he evaluated the third speaker, Toastmaster Genevieve Valencia, who attempted from the Dynamic Leadership Path Level 1 Project 3, Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language, and the title of her speech was Add Joy, Subtract Stress. I like the way Toastmaster AB began. He started on a very positive note. How is your happiness level? We're all going, yes, I'm happy, I'm happy. It's a great tactic. Were the strengths pointed out? Yes. You like the way she connected with the audience. You said her voice was very clear and there was no pondering. And she used the word of the day twice and you like the message. Well done. Recommendations, you provided them. You suggested adding dialogue. I thought that was a very crucial element. Well done. Vocal variety, yes, there was scope for different ways to connect with the audience. When you are happy, show happiness. When you're stressed, show a bit of stressed emotion, and the facial expression should match what you are saying, because remember, it's not just what you are saying, it's also how you are saying it. So well done, Toastmaster AB. Recommendations, yes, they were practical, they were helpful, and they added value to the speech. Well done. Overall summary, yes, it was adequate. You spoke within the allocated time of 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Well done. And you did mention specifically that the objectives were met. Toastmaster Uday Singh, I love the way he evaluates without notes. That means he's an excellent listener and he's an excellent observer, and he's also very, I don't know if I can say talented, but he's an expert at remembering what happened and then coming here and evaluating. I think that is a skill in its own. Absolutely amazing. And I admired the depth with which you still evaluated, even when you